Hi guys, Ian here, aka Ahura Mantra. Welcome to my channel and to another video. Today I wanted to make a video to share with you a bit of an experiment that I just started and I'm 2 days into. And it's an experiment that aims to increase the effectiveness and the abilities of the third eye. I'll tell you what the process is after I've just explained a little bit about what the third eye is to those people who might not know. Now you guys, if you're watching this video, you're kind of spiritually minded, I'm guessing, and you're going to know, so bear with me a little bit. So in many spiritual systems, the seat of kind of higher vision and awareness is thought to be the third eye. Now the third eye in the chakra system is the Ajna chakra, or sometimes pronounced Anya chakra, and its place of being is thought to be just between the eyebrows, just slightly higher than the eye level. And associated with that chakra is the physical gland, the pineal gland. Now, just to be clear, that pineal gland is not the third eye, but is thought to be the physical organ that is associated with the third eye. It's a bit like our eyes. Our eyes are not sight, are they? But our eyes enable sight. Well, our eyes and our brain. So in the same way that sight is linked to eyes, our eyes, the function of the third eye, the energy of the Ajna chakra, is thought to be linked to the pineal gland. Now the pineal gland, tiny gland, deep in the center of the brain, between the two hemispheres, right at the top of the spine juncture, shaped like a very small pine cone, hence the name pineal. And even today, modern medicine and science, they don't know exactly the full purposes that the pineal gland serves in humanity. Now we know things like it regulates our circadian rhythms, how our bodies change in responses to the seasons, and how our bodies change in the environments of light and darkness, day and night. So know all that. Know it's responsible for all the changes, triggering all the changes in puberty. And I was reading just this morning that I don't know whether it's science or whether it's sort of but there's a thought that the pineal gland is a vestigial sight organ, that in our very early beginnings it was responsible for an aspect of seeing, which would fit, wouldn't it, with the teachings that the pineal and the third eye are linked and associated. Anyway, why is it important? Why is the third eye important? Well, it's particularly important for those people who are practicing a spiritual development program, like I am, and like many thousands and millions of people are, because it's responsible for, the third eye is thought to be responsible for our perceptions of higher worlds. And whereas our eyes show us the physical world, and through our eyes and our other senses, but primarily through our eyes, we see our environment and we know about it through what we see. The third eye, the abilities of the third eye, allow us to see the world behind the world. The world as it sits in its place within the whole of existence and creation. So for people who are practicing spiritual development, the third eye is very important. Similarly, for astral projection, for things like any aspect of clairvoyance, of remote viewing, of telepathy or any kinds of abilities that we would call clairvoyant or supernatural. It's the third eye that is thought to be the seat of these abilities and these powers. So, Anya chakra, only one higher chakra above it, the crown chakra. So if you look at the chakra systems rising from the lowest to the highest, the lowest being Muladhara, which is thought to be associated with our physical body, and then we rise to the highest, which is, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, Sahasrara, which is the crown chakra, the highest chakra, which is that part of us, that energy of us, which is linking with the divine. And the Anya chakra, the third eye, is just down below that. So we're talking about a high functioning energy, a high functioning chakra. So we want it to be working, don't we? We want it to be as fully functional as possible. Now, what we are told is, and what I find interesting is this comes from many spiritual disciplines. It isn't just from one source, that the third eye, when it isn't used and when it is subject to lots of modern toxins and chemicals that we ingest through our food and our water and our toothpaste and our supplements, you know, it becomes rigid and calcified, and the result of that is that the third eye becomes hard and rigid through those calcifying toxins, and it becomes dull through lack of use. So in order to energize, activate, and kind of renew the workings of your third eye, you do need to take some action. And this is where I'm at now. This is my experiment for the next 30 days. Now, through my spiritual exercises, I've done a lot of work on the energizing aspect, you know, the visualizing, the kind of exercise that comes from astral workings and from visualization exercises. But what I hadn't done was any work on detoxifying the third eye. And this is what I'm doing now for the next 30 days. And this technique I saw described by one of the Hindu gurus, and it's quite a simple process, and I think well worth trying. It's not an onerous task to do it, and for the benefits that are promised, it's well worth the effort. So first thing you have to do is you have to try and reduce things like fluoride, chlorine, and I think they're the main two. Oh, and calcium. Calcium, fluoride and chlorine. Now, calcium is important that we have some for our bones and our teeth, but sometimes we can get massive doses of calcium, far more than we need. Fluoride, we only need that in minimal quantities. We are exposed to massive doses of it in our water, in our toothpaste, in our processed food. So the first thing that you would need to do for this period of 40 days is to try and eliminate excess calcium, eliminate fluoride. So for me, what I've done is I've changed my water to non-fluorided water, changed my toothpaste, I'm watching what I'm eating, I'm avoiding processed foods, I'm managing my calcium intake, and otherwise trying to keep all sorts of artificial additives out of my food. So that's the first thing. The second thing, the active detoxifier of the pineal gland, according to Ayurvedic medicine, is turmeric, which is a plant in the group of like the ginger family, and you can either buy it in root form, or you can buy it in the powdered form, which you'll all be familiar with. Try to get organic turmeric, so something that doesn't have additives, you know, thrown in, load of chemicals. And the process that's been described is this, that you use 2 applications of turmeric. One is just turmeric powder and water made into a paste. And the second is turmeric powder, bicarbonate of soda, lemon juice, and a little essential oil like orange oil or lemon oil or jasmine oil, just a few drops. So for the second application, you mix all those together and form another paste. But you'll find after about 15 minutes that will change colour, it will go dark red. So you've got 2 types of turmeric paste. One is yellow, turmeric and water. One is red, turmeric, lemon juice, bicarbonate of soda, and some essential oil, orange, lemon or jasmine or something like that, or rose. And what you do is, just before you go to bed, you take the yellow turmeric paste, smear it all over your forehead, from temple to temple, including over your third eye, so that you've given yourself a nice coating of turmeric paste. And then right on your third eye, okay, so between the brows, slightly higher than the eye line, take some of the red turmeric paste and put a mark on there, like the kumkum mark, which is like a circle, a red circle. And then retire for the night. But as you are going to sleep, just bring your focus of attention to your third eye, the place between your eyes, just there, and imagine that you can see your third eye becoming clean, that you are, with the power of your intention and of your imagination, cleaning it, wiping it, clearing it of all toxins and all energies that would dull it and dampen it, and then drop off to sleep. And do this process every night for, well, if you're my age, in your 50s, it would be 30 nights, and I'm planning to do it for 40. Now then, just the first night I did it, now I don't know whether it was just auto-suggestion, but my dreams were so vivid and so, I mean, I won't go into what it was about, but, you know, it was symbolic of what I hoped the process achieves. But it was very, 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 very powerful, colourful, emotive dreams. So the first night was definitely something. I was concerned that there would be some sort of permanent or semi-permanent stain into my skin, because that would have been a problem if I had to go out to face the world with a brightly coloured yellow forehead. That would have been a big disadvantage. But I didn't find it to be the case at all. In the morning, when I had a shower and I washed it all off, because most of the turmeric, well, a lot of it actually gets absorbed into the skin, which is the detoxifying agent. Anyway, I showered and a little bit of soap and cleaned all around my face, and no permanent staining, so that's great. I don't have to worry about that. But strangely, although there's no staining on my face, my hands did have a little bit of a yellow tinge. So obviously the skin on the face is different to skin on the hands. Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing for the next 30 days. Now, interestingly, the explanation of how it works is that whilst there is something about the physical chemistry of the turmeric that acts on the the physiology of which our pineal gland is part, it's also the energy of the turmeric plant which works as well. the spiritual energy, because everything has a spiritual signature, spiritual energy, a vibration which is other than its physical form. So the chemical composition of the turmeric is dealing with the physical aspect of ourselves, pineal gland. The spiritual energy, spiritual signature of the turmeric plant is dealing with the spiritual aspect of the Ajna chakra and activating it and empowering it. And at the same time, our will, our intention, focused on the third eye as well, to add to that. So it's blasting the third eye with energy from two sources, whilst cleansing it and clearing it. So hopefully I'm going to see some changes in my third eye activity, and I will definitely keep you posted on, you know, what I've found. So if you fancy giving it a go, that's how you do it. And I'll speak to you guys soon with an update. Okay, thanks for listening, and bye for now.